I'm now going to show you how to draw the roses and flowers for a bouquet, which we use on guns. I've already done a sort of an oval, or you can do a circle, and we will put a rose in the center. This is just a simple one, just to fill in. So we have a rose here, okay, which is the larger of the flowers. So I do a circle first, like that, and another circle in there. This is just the layout. So, okay, I'll put this like this. Another flower this side, and you notice it's touching. So I'm touching there. I'll put another one this side. It's touching the petal of the rose. Here we go. So another one here. So to balance it, I will put maybe one here. That's there. And another here, but it's according to the size you want to do this. This is more one with quite a few flowers in it, so I'll put another one here. It doesn't really matter if they're slightly overlapping, because a lot of flowers do in the bouquets. There's another one here. Now this one, by the looks of it, is going to be quite a few flowers in here, because there's another one here. So what do we do with all the rest here? So we're going to be the florist, and we're going to start to put in flowers. But you notice there's hardly any gaps in between here. The reason is, what do we do with those gaps? And they're going to be small. And the gaps themselves, I've seen people do them and leave them, and they don't know what to do with them. And they're ugly because, you know, there's nothing there. So they're all close. You're making a little posy. It's on an oval here. So we could put half a flower in here, a small one that's being overlapped here, and a small one here, and could be a large one here, but 3/4 there, another one here, and we could put something like a tulip here, or we could put another rose, so we could put this here. So I've noticed some people, some engravers, they put leaves that they don't know what they're supposed to be. They put some ugly, great leaf in there. That means nothing. It's not even a flower. If it was coloured, it may look a bit, attractive, but it's just a great big wedge of nothing. So here we go. I'll put another, shall we say, a rosebud coming here. Just this. You can put any flowers you really like if you know your botany or like to play around with flowers. This is quite a complex one, isn't it, when I look at it now? But still, we carry on. So now with the rose here, I've got this here as a guide, my little circle here. I will put this movement here, so it's going to go in that direction. So you'll follow the petals here. So this one will go here to this corner here, maybe that. And because it might overlap, we'll put one like that, see? And so now we have that base there. Now this other petal here, because most people don't know how the roses, excuse me, go, we'll put this one going this direction, and it can go up there. You see, it's got the curve, it's got a little S, again, my little favourite, and most of the favourites of the cuts we do is another one overhanging here. Oh, you can vary your rose any way you wish, as long as it looks like a rose. So okay, here we go in that one. So now we'll go here, and but it does its curve. You see, it curves around here, like so. And then you put another little one inside if you're interested in roses, and do it again. So it's just continuously like the squishes like this. I'm doing it in a simple way. But now you have a rose in the center. Now we've got the larger petals coming here. Oh. There we go, too much pressure. I'll just try and get this back again. Here we go. So now, here we go again. Petal, you see, you can curve them again, a little S shapes, beep, 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 like so. Another coming around, we'll do another one here. You just look at any rose if you wanted to. Maybe you won't get it so complex, but it's the size. If you want a size and you want it to be attractive, you just make these little nuances, little niches in there, and then another one here. All right, that forms the rose. just simplifying. Each one of these roses now, or these other little flowers, how can I explain it really? Maybe we would call them primroses or flowers of any sort like that. So we'll put a circle in the center, just as a simple flower. Of course, that's what we had to do. You know, the speed of the engraving, we had to turn out as gun engravers, and that you had a method of doing the flowers fast. This one now would be on more of an expensive, or if you wanted to cover a large area, instead of putting all your scrolls around it, you could make a nice area of flowers. Now, we've got the circles in it. How are we going to divide the petals up? Most flowers have five petals. So I can make my Y. Boop, there's my Y. Okay, now I can divide this up into here and here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, golly, what have I done? That's not 5. So, there we are. Yes, it is 5. So, how can I do the next one? Shall I do the next one? You can, shall we say, we give it a 6, so you can vary your flowers into whichever way you want to. You know, spoke of a wheel, and they may come out exactly the same. Shall I carry on all the way around? No, I'll just concentrate on this little bit to keep your interest of how the flowers would go. We do all this similar all the way around. So now I will do a little indentation again, and coming in here, and then again here, round here, and then take it into there again. And see, all these would be more or less blanked out, so they would be dark, and that would be your cuts coming in here like this, and they would bring one in here, and it would end up like so. So you would have these flowers like this, you see. And be relatively careful with your flowers to put them in, but they can. Some petals can be slightly overlapping another, and some is maybe smaller than the other. As long as it's not too obvious, you don't worry about it, you see. So at this stage, this is the stage where we would go through, and we would form all these others here. We'll just make round ones of these. See if we can do round, and that little petal there. I'm doing it fast. You can do it as regular as you like, but because there are a lot of flowers here, you don't necessarily look at every individual one and criticize it for being a bit off. You know, it's wonky flowers. We don't mind, because they can be viewed from the side, or they can be put in, they can be squashed a little. So we have this one. So we've got another one under here. So this is the one that's being overpowered by the other two. All right, so we put this guy in here like this. Right, so it's under there. No gaps, you see. No worries about gaps. This could be a forget-me-not compared to that. It can be a little tweeny flower, little daisy of some sort. You can, and some of the old Victorians, when they did it, they would put in another flower with a series of petals to make theirs more interesting. Ours became more or less standardized, you know, because, as I mentioned about speed and turnout, and they looked correct for the guns, you know, they looked right. How can I put it, you know? There's some things that look right, although they've been sort of modified into this. So now I'm cutting away this, so I've got no blank areas, you see. So now that's a larger bit there, but it's according to how large you're making it. If it's large, it's going to be a large area, because you might want to practice large. So that could be a little leaf in there, or you could turn it into a little circle here, like so, the little bud of something coming through. But it's clean that area up. But it's not a vast area that's doing nothing. So all these little bits here, you can just cross-hatch. Instead of making it too dark, just make it a little grey. Okay. So now we're going through this one again. We go on this guy here. All right. Shall I'll make this area here. See now, what's it going to happen there? That may go under this rose here, or that could overlap that one here. So okay, now we have that. So now we're going to put this in there. So now you're getting that. You see, it's throwing out the rose. In that stage, it's nothing. It's all lost here. But because of these little dark areas like this, it's coming out. But there's hardly any dark areas. Not a vast expanse. Supposing this was one here. See that expanse there? And if you do that and all that, it's not a bouquet of flowers. There's something underneath. There's a leaf coming underneath. There's a stem or whatever coming underneath. So no real blank areas. We do this. So we can carry on. I could carry on infinitum. Right? So now I'll make this as, because it's a large area, not a massive, great, big nothingness that I've seen something coming across here, and then just two flowers either side and big, no. So now, if it's going to be a rosebud or so, it's going to have petals, and the petals are going to form maybe like so, again, and like that, and like that. And of course it's going to come into the center, but to make it simple, we could just do something like that. Doesn't really matter, as long as it looks as though it's a little complex. And I don't suppose any florist will come along and say, oh, you got the wrong type of flower there, it's not right, it doesn't balance. Okay, so now we do that bit. We have these areas here. I could go over this, but I'm going to concentrate on this area just for the moment here. So now you've got this area here. And what we want to do is to make this as a bouquet, as an oval, because this is an oval shape. So we want to more or less, from a view, even if you just squint from a distance, you will see it as this oval. It's not going to be higgledy-piggledy. So we have to fill this area in here. So I will just say a rose leaf. There's our S shape again. We're going to put a rose leaf in. We can put another little flower in here. Yes, okay, I'll put another little tulipy type flower in here. Here, and I'll put something in here. Right. So now to balance that off with this line here, which is going around to connect this one and connect that and connect that one. That's a vast area. So we've got to put something in here. I'll simplify this now. I think I've gone over the top, and maybe when I drew this, I was drawing a lot of flowers. You have to bear with me. Okay, so now that's the leaf. This is a good excuse. This is a good excuse for saying, what do I do with this? Okay, I'm going to put another flower in there. None of us are perfect, you know. You make your mistake, or you go into the thing. You can plan it out long before this, but you know me. So, okay, now I've got this area. I'm concentrating on this little area at the moment. I could go back onto this. I might show you that. Now, to make these here stand out, I'm going to shade in here, right? So we will shade this area in. Oh, that should be the leaf or something there, but we'll shade this around here first, right? So now it's going to throw these leaves out because of the way you shade. You would shade in from here, in from here, in from here, like so, right here. So using my pencil work to go a little bit faster, but it's all linear work coming in here. Very fine, just linear. Just to throw these out, you see, like so, okay? But what we've done is we haven't made these flowers into flowers yet, because we've got to show what they are. So now we will shade in. So you do your fine cutting in here, like so. Some of these old engravers, like we did have in the gun trade, keep on reiterating the speed we actually had to work at, would have used a lining engraver, a little lining tool, and it would have done this for you. So the lining tool has got about 3 or 4 little lines in it. Wood engravers use them. We use them, and you will find that they're on the market somewhere, maybe. So now you would have used this. But you can do it, if it's larger, like this, you do it by hand. So you're getting this. Okay, so now you have a little thing in there. I always found I would like to put a little dot in there. So it brings it out as a flower. You know, sometimes. This is personal. So we've got another little forget-me-not. I haven't forgotten you, little boy. Here we go. So I'm doing my shading again, you see. Right? So I'm bringing this out. I'm doing it fast and rapidly, but with the graver, you take your time, do it. And I'll come back and to show you later on some other flowers like so. But because some of these videos are long, so now we're doing this here, we're bringing these out. So we're bringing this out here, and we're bringing this out here, like so. Okay, and you look at some of my other pictures of these bouquets online, and you'll see how they perform. So now there's your leaf, but you're just going to cut this down. You did a little bit of shading down there, so it's all coming out like so. So we've done this here, and we've done this. Now, this guy here, we just need about 2 or something in here. And sometimes you could put a little thing. Size matters. So when it's sized, you can bring out your flowers and do them differently, you see. So we do this, right here, this, and so on and so forth. Is it coming on okay? It's on the video. It's down at the base more. Shall I shove it up there a little? So now we have this. That's it. Yeah, it's coming on. Hope it's not too dark. Okay. I'll improve on this. You can do all sorts of things. Now we're going to go on to the rose. The rose has the same, here again, you shade this in. Whichever way you like, later on, you will find out. These were done by about 1 inch length or so, like that. They were very small on the guns. And you all did it with a naked eye. It's not this magnification or anything like so. So be careful with your magnification about your shadings and things. I'm bringing it in here. So bring it here like so. Like that. Now this would all give you a bit more. So you be very careful. You don't overdo this. I'm doing it largely, and it's, yeah. But it would work this way, okay? No need, if it's very small, to overshade this. Sometimes you just put something like that there and leave this, and the center might be a little bit more darker, like so, okay? So that's how that works. Now, concentrating on this area, it's going to go all the way around, but then with a bouquet, you normally have some little bits of foliage, little bits of gypsophila or baby's breath or whatever you like to call it, to make it look airy and fairy. At times I've seen people just put this going, ooh, anyhow, boom, and don't know what it's about. Just putting a few little bits of spaghetti string hanging there. So now I would do this. I would get it going in different directions. I would put this like so, and then maybe another little one here, and then do another one here. It's according, this is large, you see, so now it allows me just to put another thing. But you're going to follow the same distance all the way around here that's going to be there. So this could be a little bit of fern, and then another one will come this way, and you put a dot there, and then you will do another one here. But you're getting your little teardrops, but not so heavily. This has not got to be heavy, you see. It's like so. So you got that one. You shove another little bit of fern in. That fern's going to go both ways. So you're going this way, you see. So like this, and then you put a little bit in here. But this is all very fine. This is you know, and then you might put something here to balance up, just coming in here. So you're doing these little arcs, these little shapes here, to coming here, and maybe another one there. So all this here is just very finely done. So you're bringing it out here, like so. But I see it's coming to the edge of this invisible outline on here. So you're forming it. And don't overdo it. You know, some people think, oh, because he told you to do this, I'll put more and more and more in. Don't flood it. Just keep it, you know, modest. So here we go, like so. Mention time and again that this is a larger drawing and version of this, so that when you do larger versions, you seem to have to fill in more. So that's it, you see. And sometimes you can push your graver in here and get that little drop here. It makes a nice little something there. It could be like so, another little movement. Yeah, so you're getting these curves, and they come both ways sometimes, but we're going around, you see, so we're moving around over the top of this one, like so. And then, well, if it's all leaning that way, you wouldn't want something to counterbalance. You might put a couple of little bits here and little bits here. That's how this works. I'll get it here. Oh, it's okay, I'm doing a small version now. So that's what I'm doing for now. I'll shade this guy in, because he's getting a bit lost here, underneath there. Okay, and I'll put a little dot in there so you can see it's like a little pansy now. Oh, good. All right. I'll see if it's okay. Put another dot in, just this guy. So your eye goes to that. Sometimes those little blanks are nothing. But it's a size, I mentioned again. Okay, leave it for now. Bye.